Hello and welcome to another screencast edition of Autodesk Maya. This is part 3 of the UV mapping. Today we'll be actually focusing on inserting the color textures and bump mapping. So we've already set up everything from the UV editor and took a UV snapshot. Now the next step is to go to Photoshop. If you haven't opened Photoshop, just make sure you go here to your Start menu, go to All Programs, and go to Adobe Master Collection, select Adobe Photoshop CS6 64-bit. Now, once you already have that and opened it, all you have to do is go to File, Open, make sure you go to your directory where you saved your image in your project file of the cargo box. So, for me, it's in the Maya Projects, Cargo Box, Images. So I'm going to select my TIFF image right here and open. Now you see that even though it has a black background, you'll see that there's a white edge outline. We're going to use that as reference. Before we could even decide to put in texture, you want to at least make a copy of this. So what I'm going to do is use my magic wand, select all from here. I'm going to go to Inverse, and let's see. Oops. Right there. All right. So this may take a little bit of couple tries here. There we go. Select Inverse. Okay, once you have that, go to Control C to copy. Make a new layer right here on the bottom right hand corner to create a new layer. Once you have that, Control V as in victorious. It will make a little bit of a copy of the map here. Now, if you're not satisfied with it, all you have to do is just redo this again. Let's see. Aha, there we go. So for a better option, all you have to do is just select this with your magic wand tool, select similar. It'll like select from the insides of the edges. Then all you have to do is go to Inverse. And you can barely see it, but it's there. So copy, so Control C to copy, Control V as in victorious to paste. So you should have pretty much a little bit of a highlighted set already. Now double click onto your layer that you already copied and pasted and rename this, let's see, outline. This will be your guideline for placing your objects and texture in. That's going to be your top layer. Now go back to your background layer and create a new layer. So add two new layers. You're going to rename layer 1 as color. And the other one is bump map. Once you have everything, you're going to go to File and Open. You're going to go back to your directory. If you already saved your reference images, it's going to be saved onto your source images area. If you do not have a texture provided, all you have to go to is to your CG textures. So go to cgtexture.com and they provide you various textures available. So select the wood crate and open. Now you have your standard wood crate set up here. What I'm going to do is select all, Control A to select all, then Control C as in cat to copy. I'm going to go back to my box out UV TIFF and paste my object here. Now, as you notice, it doesn't fit within the area of outline. So I'm going to resize it by pressing Control T. Here, Control T. Press Enter to apply. If you need to nudge it just a wee bit, all you have to do here is readjust. Let's see, T, Control T, Enter, and just like that, you have that. Now, if you want to repeat the same process, hold your Alt key and left mouse click to drag to make an extra copy. You'll notice it'll make an extra copy here, but don't worry, we'll fix that as soon as everything is established. There we go. Make sure it fits within the same size of the box outline that you have here. But also another rule of thumb, be sure that your box outline is similar to all sides. Here we go. Repeat the same process here. Alt, like that. There you go. So once I already have that, everything should be aligned just like that. If you're not too sure, always press Control P to make sure everything is placed. There you go. So I got my first setup. Now, as for the boxes, all you have to do is just pretty much copy it and just paste all the several details here. So what I want to do is merge down here. I'm going to select all this, Shift Select, and go to, let's see, I'm going to select individual, merge down, right click and merge down. That's part one here. Now, there are various other methods you may do. One could be easily using the rectangle marquee tool as a way to select a certain part. So you could go from the insides. So I'm going to press Control C to copy, Control D to deselect, and Control V as in victorious to paste. Now, again, that's one way to approach it. Another way, on the other hand, is to use your rubber stamp tool. Now, all you have to do, let's see, I'm going to increase this size. Hold the Alt key to copy. All I have to do is just Shift Select and paste. That's an easier way to work your way through. Just like that. Same thing. Press the Alt key to make the selection. I'm going to repeat the process here. just like that. Just like that. Here we go. Gonna do the same thing for the other sides. There we go. Now, as for the horizontal, you're going to do the same thing, but on the different side here. Just like that. Do the same thing here. Shift select. Get at least a straight line. Shift select. There we go. Right here. Same process. It's going to be repetitive, but whatever works for you. Like I said, you could use the rubber stamp tool. You can. If you want to just copy a certain outline here and paste using the rectangular marquee tool, you're more than welcome to do so. Whichever is effective for you and what works for you, you use that. So right here, actually, here you go. There. So that pretty much completes the texture part of it. Make sure you covered all the outlines here because you don't want to leave any excess negative space within the area. You could run the risk of having like little black spots here. There. So that's the color texture part setup of it. So all you have to do is go to File, Save As. You save it as a TIFF or JPEG. So I recommend right now save it as a JPEG. So what I'm going to do is call this Color UV. And instead, I am going to save it into my source images. So save it as a JPEG. Make sure your quality is set to 12 maximum and press OK. This concludes this part of the screencast tutorial of Autodesk Maya. Thank you.